All right, boys. Final question of the day. Here we go. It's almost that magical time of the year, March Madness.
Yeah.
UNC. What's that?
And the sports drought.
And the sports drought. Yeah, we got to end this. UNC just had a big win over Duke last night. Who do you have? Yeah, that's spoken like another true Duke fan too. Who do you have as your number 1 seeds today? Zach, let's start with you.
I mean, up until last night, I was thinking UNC, Duke, Oklahoma, and UConn. But I mean, Duke's pretty much proved as of late. As much as I hate to say it, I'm a big fan, but they kind of suck. They're just not what I thought they were. I mean, you got Singler out there, but I mean, how much can you trust a 6'9" dude from the Midwest to run your team? I mean, he's good, but he's not that good. So I mean, back to the question. Absolutely UConn. I mean, just ridiculous. To beat is just filthy. I mean, he's like 8'10", and he just holds it down in the post. Oklahoma, I mean, Blake Griffin. What can I say about Blake?
He had another big night last night as well.
He's just ridiculous. I mean, the dude's definitely going to be pro next year. Check him out in like a Bobcats uniform or whoever the hell manages to win the draft lottery. Probably the Thunder. Yeah, probably the Thunder. And then I'm going to go with another Big East school, Pittsburgh. I think definitely. They've only got 2 losses on the season. They've looked strong.
They smoked UVM.
They smoked UVM. I mean, that's, in the grand scheme of things, that's not a huge feat when we're talking about a Big East school, but yeah, they smoked us pretty bad. I mean, they had a couple tough losses, but they're definitely a real strong team. And I mean, just that showing last night, especially from Lawson, UNC is, I mean, I hate them, but they're good. They're really, really good. Hansbrough is an absolute beast. Danny Green can play. Manny Lawson is just so good. I mean, they're definitely national championship contenders. And I think if you put them up against UConn today, I got my money on UNC, to be completely honest. Just that run they went on last night, they're ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculously good.
Okay. Eli, what do you got?
I have to agree completely with Zach. I have the same top 4 in my book: Connecticut, Pittsburgh, Oklahoma, and UNC. I mean, UNC earlier this year, I mean, they dominated Michigan State. And up until, you know, those 2 losses they do have, I mean, they play in a tough conference, but they're led by a strong point guard in Lawson. They have a solid big man in Hansbrough. So, and those are the key things come tournament time. Connecticut has the same thing. AJ Price has really come into his own after a severe brain injury, illness, whatever you want to call it. I mean, he's come back from that.
Huh?
I mean, he's really come on strong. He put up 17 last night, the beat, 16 rebounds. I mean, how can you stop that? So I'm actually looking to see UNC UConn in the national championship, but I got to agree with Zach here. Pittsburgh, they got to be a factor because they have probably, you know, every year in and year out, they have the best big men, and they can go really deep with their front line, and they play in easily the toughest conference. So in Oklahoma, they have the best player in the country, hands down. So, I mean, look for all 4 of them to make a real deep run.
Okay. Either of you guys got a dark horse heading into the tournament?
I was just thinking of a dark horse. To be honest, don't be surprised if you see another ACC team creep up in there. I mean, they're amazing every year. They always win the ACC Big Ten Challenge, always, which I'm proud of, being a Duke fan. We've gone over this. But, you know, I mean, I think Duke could straighten out and possibly be one of those number 1 seeds. I wouldn't expect it with the way they're playing lately. I mean, it really depends on how hard Krzyzewski gets on him and gets him back into the swing of things. But I would keep my eyes open for Wake. Wake proved they're really good early in the season. They were number 1 for like a day or 2. Yeah, well, I mean, give them time. They did beat Duke. They handed Duke the first loss that kind of sent them on this downward spiral. So, I mean, they're a good team to look out for. I know they're losing right now, but I mean, really just any team out of the ACC. But I would say Wake and Duke, just depending on if they can snap out of things within the next week.
Okay. And Eli? Dark horses?
Memphis. I like Memphis because not a lot of publicity around them this year, but every year they have a strong team, and they have another freshman. I'm going to get his name wrong. I want to say Tyreek Evans. I hope that's right.
That is right.
Yeah, he's 6'6" freshman guard. He's putting in 17 a game. You know, he's not a Derrick Rose by any means, but he's really talented. They got some strength down low too, so they could definitely hang with some bigger opponents like a Connecticut, a Pittsburgh, and Oklahoma. So look for them to probably make a run. But at the same time, I mean, coming from a weak conference, they're solid record. But I think they have 18-3, 3 losses, 2 losses maybe. I mean, they could be masking some weaknesses, but I mean, I'd like to see them go far.
All right, you guys were tied to the very end, but with his dark horse pick, I gotta go with Eli.
Oh.
You win nothing and you like it. So, all right, well, thanks everybody for joining us on this first ever edition of Face Off. Thank my guest Zach, the winner Eli. It's been real, and tune into the Cynic every Tuesday, and we'll keep jamming these out for you. Thanks again.